Last lesson for this unit is simplifying algebraic expressions, day 2. Today we're going to use the distributive property with combining like terms too. So just to kind of refresh our memory, let's distribute. 2 times 3x is going to be 6x. 2 times a negative 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 is getting distributed. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times a positive 3 is a negative 6. Here's a couple examples, just basic combining like terms. So box it. 2 plus 2x minus 5 plus 8x. Colored pencils again. I see a constant. I actually see another constant. So they are like terms. I see a plus 2x and a plus 8x. Deal with your variables first, constants last. So plus 2 and a plus 8. 2 plus 8 is 10x. And 2 and a negative 5 is a negative 3. Next example, box it. Split. 4 split, negative 3x split, plus 6x split, negative 9 split, plus 10x. Like terms. Constant, constant. All those three have x's, so x, x, x. Deal with the x's first. So I have negative 3 plus 6 and plus 10. Negative 3 plus 6 is 3. 3 plus 10 is 13x. And 4 and a negative 9 is a negative 5. Last one on this page. 5a split plus a. This is 1a. They're both like terms here. 5 apples plus 1 apple is 6 apples. Last page here, we're going to actually do some distributing. So what I'm going to ask you to do is take another colored pencil here. Parentheses are around here just to kind of split it up. If you notice, the 2 is bumped up here, but we have to look at what sign comes in front of the 2. So I'm going to have you circle the plus 2 and then draw the loops to the piece after it. It's going to help us out here. I'm going to bring down this junk first, the 5b plus 8t. Make sure your t is a little loopy here. Plus 2 times b, so a positive 2 times b is a positive 2b. It's important for you to have the signs there. And a positive 2 times a negative 3t would be a negative 6t. Once you've distributed, you should have no more parentheses. And once that happens, you box it, just like before. Split it. Joop, joop, joop. So b's, t's, and t's. B's would come first alphabetically. 5b plus 2b is going to be 7b. 8t minus 6t, or 8t and negative 6t, is going to be a positive 2t. Next example, 8c's out front. 3 gets bumped up, but be careful, the 3 is a negative. So circle it, draw your loops, and underline. Bring down your 8c. Negative 3 times c is negative 3c, and negative 3 times a positive 5 is a negative 15. Once you've distributed, box it, split, and c's, and a negative 15 is your constant. 8c, a negative 3c is positive 5c, minus a 15. In our next example, we have 2 numbers bumped up to parentheses. We got to take the sign out in front of it. The negative 9 goes to the 6m and the negative 3. And in this one, I'm going to use a different color here. The 6, it's a positive 6, is going to go to the 1 and to the plus 4m. Negative 9 times 6 is negative 54m. Negative 9 times negative 3 is positive 27. I'm done with that part. So now a positive 6 times 1 is a positive 6. And a positive 6 times a positive 4m is positive 24m. Now that I've distributed, box it, split it. Negative 54m split, plus 27 split, plus 6 split, plus 24m. So this is m's, and these guys are constants. M's together, negative 54 and a positive 24. So if you were to type that into your calculator, you would do it just like this. And that's going to give you a negative 30. So you're going to have a negative 30m and a plus 27 and a plus 6. So you could type that as 27 plus 6, which is going to give you positive 33. Last example. Woohoo! Distribute, because it's bumped up to parentheses. There's no sign out front, so I assume it's a positive. And my other one, the 2, but it's a positive 2. Distribute it to those guys. So 5 times a negative 2n is a negative 10n. 5 times a positive 4 is a positive 20. Positive 2 times n is positive 2n. Positive 2 times positive 3 is positive 6. Box it, split it. Negative 10n split, plus 20 split, plus 2n split, plus 6. Back to some blue here. So we have an n and an n. And then we have a constant and a constant. So negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8n. And 20 plus 6 is a positive 26. Always remember, you distribute, then combine like terms, which we'll call CLT.